week 2. We're going to have some fun this week. We got one lesson on two-way tables, and then we're going to do a review and a test. So I'm looking forward to it. Hope week 1 went well, and glad you're back for week 2. So let's get going. Alright, so first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you pause the video, and I want you to find the mean of each data set. Now here's my one good math joke I break out every year. This is the only one, so listen closely. You might not get it, but my math teacher called me average. How mean. Yeah? No? Maybe? Alright. Anyways, pause the video, find the mean of each data set, and then come back when you're ready. Alright, so the way you found the mean, if you remember, average is you add all the numbers up and divide by how many there are. So both these, I got 5 on the left one and about 6.14 on the right one. You have to round that decimal somewhere. Alright, so what we're going to do is, here we have a double bar graph, and you're going to use it to complete that table. So we're going to do this part together. But what it says is here we have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and it splits them up into girls and boys. So on our bar graph over here is we're going to say how many 6th grade boys are there. So we go to 6th grade, and we look in the blue column, and there is about 50 boys there. Then we can look at girls, and we're just going to estimate. It's about 35. There's no way to be exact here. So let's look 7th grade. There are about 75 boys and about 45 girls. And in 8th grade, looks like there are 60 of each. So what this is this is called a two-way table. So for a two-way table, you find the sum of each row as well. So there's 85, and what that means is there's 85 6th graders total. Here we have 75 plus 45 is 120 7th graders total, and then 120 total 8th graders. So the total number of students, if we add these up, that's 205 plus 120, 305, 325. And then we can also say how many boys are there. Well, 50 plus 75 plus 60, 125 plus 60 is 185. And then we add these, 35 plus 45 is 80, plus 60 is 140. And so these two also add to 325. So that is called a, let's just get that in there, a two-way table. So a two-way table displays two categories of data collected from the same source. So two types of data, two questions. What grade are you in? And then are you a boy or girl were the two questions. So a two-way table displays two categories of data collected from the same. Here's an example of that two-way table in action. You randomly survey students about participating in their class's yearly fundraiser. You display the two categories of data in the two-way table. So what you asked your classmates is, you said, will you help in this year's fundraiser, or do you plan to participate? And they would say yes or no. And then the second question you ask them is, are you male or female? What do you identify as? And so we have our results here. So the first step is to find the total of each row. So how many total females were there? 22 plus 51 gives us 73. How many total males were there? 30 plus 29 is 59. How many total said no, they will not participate in the fundraiser? It's 52. And how many said they would? That's 80. So that gives us a total of 132 students. So we did that, find the total of each column. How many female students will be participating in the fundraiser? Well, female, 22 said no, and 51 said yes. So there are 51 students, female students, participating in the fundraiser. How many male students will not be participating in the fundraiser? So if we go to male and no, there are 30. So just answering some simple questions with that. So the next part of our lesson, we're going to start applying these. So Sanchez is surveying his sophomore classmates and asking them if they preferred movies or TV shows. That was question 1. And question 2 was, would you rather eat pizza or tacos? So we interviewed a total of 114 students. So that's an important number. I'm going to underline that. Of those 114, 20 said they preferred movie and pizza. So they answered movie and pizza both. A total of 54 students said they preferred movies. So that's in our movie category, movie in total. And a total of 35 said they preferred pizza. So the question is, Sanchez wanted to know the number of students who preferred tacos and TV. So I want you to, if you would like to, pause the video and try to find out how many students preferred tacos and TV. If you're still watching and you don't want to pause the video, we're going to organize our data into a two-way table. So our two-way table is going to look like this. Now I'd like you to take a second to copy that down. So what we have is we have students who preferred pizza and tacos, movies and TV. So personally, I prefer tacos and a movie. So I'm going to go right here. Tacos and movie, that's where my data would be. So you would have to fit in one of each of these categories. So we're going to use our data from above to fill some of this in, to organize our thinking. So let's start with the total of 114. So our total number of people goes in this bottom right category. Let's get some more data. 20 said they preferred movie and pizza. So let's get that. So 20 were in movie and pizza. So 20 students were in that category. Then we have other things. 54 said they preferred movies and 35 said pizza. So how we fill that in is 54 said movies and 35 total said pizza. So I want you to pause the video and try to fill in the rest of this two-way table. So here's what I got for my answers. Now some questions I might ask with this would be, how many students total preferred tacos? How many students prefer TV over movies? How many students liked pizza and TV? Those are the type of questions you would get asked during this unit. Moving on. Here's another one. Now I want to see if you can do this by yourself. So there are 96 students in Mr. Weiss math classes, 54 boys and 42 girls. 19 of the girls and 12 of the boys got A's for the first semester. Fill in the two-way table below. So pause the video, try to fill in that two-way table there the best you can. When you're ready, unpause it, and you'll see the answers. Alright, so here's what I got for mine. Let's check it with yours. What you're doing is you just need each column, these two need to add to 54. So another type of question, go to some advanced thinking here, is it would say, are boys more or less likely to get A's than girls? So how we do that is we could say, well, 12 boys got A's out of a total of 54. And for girls, it was 19 girls got A's out of 42. So what you would say is, which of those is bigger? And you can see that the girls are actually more likely to get an A in my math class. Now these numbers aren't real, so don't take anything of it. I just made these up. But according to this data, were it real? That's what it means. So our last thing for today, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to get to your homework. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a Snapchat or Instagram survey. So what that's going to look like. So if we look at this, you're going to make 2 questions, and each question has to have only 2 options. So question 1 goes up here. Question 2 goes over here. So my question 1 would be, let's say cats or dogs. And so I would ask them to say, which do you prefer? So here would be cats, here would be dogs. Now my second question is going to be, which do you prefer? Chick-fil-A or Cane's chicken? And they're going to answer one of those. So you're going to make a story on your Snapchat or Instagram, and you're going to ask people, so like swipe up or whatever it is, like I don't even know what it is on Instagram, like reply, but you need to know both of their answers for each one. So you're going to say, like let me know, do you prefer cats or dogs and Chick-fil-A or Cane's? So personally, I would say dogs and Cane's. So mine would be right there. So you're going to collect your data, you're going to complete this table, and then you need to make 3 observations about your data. That's your homework, so you're going to do that, upload a picture of your final result, and that's it for this lesson this week.